Hi, I'm Shahid Rambali. Welcome to Season 3 of Stirred Up, The Adventure Chef. Welcome back to another episode of Stirred Up, The Adventure Chef. We're actually headed down the west coast of St. Lucia. We're going to visit one of the largest farms in Soufriere in the interior of the volcanic region in a small area called Font-Saint-Jacques. This farm is underneath the shadow of Mount Jimmy, the highest peak in St. Lucia. And right now we just left Anse-Laure village and we're headed over to Canneries. And we'll be passing through Canneries, then descending down into Soufriere. So it's going to be a wonderful drive and we're going to go on a bit of an adventure. Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Stirred Up, The Adventure Chef. Hi, we just left the fishing village of Canneries and we're actually going to be heading down south towards Soufriere. We're about another 20-25 minutes from our destination. We just arrived here in Soufriere and we're about maybe 15-20 minutes away from the farm in Font-Saint-Jacques. But the Soufriere Valley is a beautiful day today and we have a real nice view of the Pitons. How's it going? Very good.
What about your head?
We're hungry. We're ready to cook something.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're here to do a show. We're going to cook something. We heard you got all the food here.
I'm tired inviting you here. You come for food, no problem.
You know I'm always ready when the food's ready.
Don't worry, once you cook it, I'll eat it.
Well, welcome, folks. We're here up in the fertile valley of Font-Saint-Jacques with my Uncle Clarence. And we're here in one of the largest farms here in St. Lucia with a variety of fruits and vegetables.
They
wash, that's right.
We're going to cook everything local, from Irish potato, sweet potato, cabbage, peppers, everything is local. And it's unfortunate the fish ain't grow yet out of the local fish.
There you have it, folks. I hope you're hungry. Welcome to another episode of Stirred Up, The Adventure Chef. I'm here in Dewash, one of the largest farms in this area, here with my Uncle Clarence Rambali and Visha, my auntie. And they're here to explain to us a little bit of how this self-sustaining farm works. And we have a variety of different crops. And this is about, how many acres are we on?
We're on 25 acres.
25 acres, and we're right now in the shadow of Mount Jimmy, the highest peak here in St. Lucia. You can actually feel the cool breeze blowing through this whole entire area and a nice atmosphere. And everything's so green, fresh, and nice. All the smells of all the plants and the herbs are just permeating throughout this whole entire area. We're right now inside of a patch. This is actually a sweet potato, correct?
This is sweet potato. We have two varieties. Which one? It's the white one and the red one. This is one of several plots. This is one of several plots. This is about maybe 2 or 3 weeks away from harvesting. But we will harvest a little bit so that you can cook for us today.
Oh, excellent. And you know something I would like to use? I'd like to actually use some of the young leaves of the sweet potato and the Irish potato when we're cooking.
Yes. Okay.
That's going to add a little flavor to the pot.
So if you go this way, you would see him digging the potatoes.
Just had a few of these young sweet potatoes that we just dug up. You see them, they're straight from the ground. These are real fresh and nice. Now, can you tell me, this is the red variety?
This is the red one. There's a white variety to it.
Okay. Is it? And then
and we have a purple variety, which is very purple, but we have not planted them for this month.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
actually we actually have 4 varieties. We have a yellow one in the inside is very yellow and very soft. This is very popular in North America.
Absolutely. So which one would you say has the best flavor?
I
your
rather the traditional hard potatoes.
Yes, me too.
Like the red and the white skin one.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I like the purple one, which is a new variety. It says purple, it looks like bits.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's very red.
So tell me about how long does it take for these to mature, to grow from the time you plant it?
3 months.
Oh, 3 months. So right now we're in the field of the Irish potatoes.
Yeah, harvesting.
We're harvesting right now. These are actually the white variety here, and a variety of different sizes. Potatoes actually originate from Peru, and they grow in almost any soil, but this climate is superb for them because of the temperature difference at night and in the daytime. So I'm going to take a couple of these potatoes, a couple of the young leaves of the potato plant, and we're going to do a wonderful stew inside. So we're actually right next to all the section that has all the greenhouses. And how high are we actually?
We are about 25 to 2,700 feet above sea level.
Wow, so we're almost as tall as the pitons.
Yes, yes.
Oh, excellent.
Because we just see a small part of Mount Jimmy from here.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Now explain to me that this doesn't look like a normal greenhouse that I've seen in other parts of the island. This looks like a special.
It is a regular greenhouse, but it costs us a lot more because we're very windy here. And I had to virtually put a lot of concrete to keep it down, and most times we lose the top in strong winds. And the greenhouse, we have 3 of them 30 by 100 and 1 30 by 120. The reason why we use greenhouse, these crops first for birds. If it stay out, normally when we plant tomatoes outside, we lose about 25% to birds because they eat it. And here, because of the rain, these are crops that do not like a lot of rain, but it's a lot of care. You have to be, because you're trying to grow it in abnormal condition.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of care. Now the way the peppers are, it's green and it turns red. We also have the pepper that's yellow too.
So how long does it take to turn from green to red?
Maybe before you harvest, it's roughly about 3.5 months. If we had to do it green, in 3 months we start getting green peppers.
So actually the red bell pepper is actually the green bell pepper that turns
Red. And some of them turn yellow.
Okay, so I always thought that was a separate plant.
No,
that
they all are green initially.
So what we have here, we have a few more bell peppers, and bell peppers are actually one of the main ingredients I like to cook with in a lot of my different dishes I do. And so I see I got some beautiful red and some beautiful yellow bell peppers that we're going to use in today's dish. So this is the nice red bell pepper, fresh. You can smell the flavors coming out of that pepper. And we're just going to grab a yellow one as well. Now we want to be real careful to twist them off so we don't break the plant. But so we got, these both came from the same green bell pepper. One turns red, one turns yellow after a certain time, usually about 3.5 months. But if you smell, this is as fresh as a bell pepper gets. And you can see the texture, it's going to be crispy, crunchy. So between those two, a little bit of Chinese cabbage and our special ingredient, we're going to cook up something really good. So this is some local scallions.
Yeah, they call it chilon.
Tiloyan in our Creole, local Creole, tiloyan. Very important. I love using this, especially for breakfast time. This is something I use in a lot of my eggs. These tomatoes, these plants have already been harvested. There's a few leftover smaller tomatoes, which I'm going to use for dicing. So I just need a couple here for my dish here. And they're just very sweet, very flavorful, and it's going to give my dish a lot of nice color with the bell pepper. What we have down here is a pond.
Yes.
Are those fish in there?
Yes.
Thanks for joining me here in my country kitchen. We're about to get started and we're going to prepare a very local popular dish here in St. Lucia using the saltfish. This is a salted codfish. In some Spanish islands it's called bacalao. It was quite popular back in colonial times because it's salted, it needed no preservation, no refrigeration, easy to carry, easy to prepare. And it's just a salted piece of codfish that we hydrate back in boiling water, then we shred, and then we're going to add all our local ingredients that we picked in the farm today. And we're going to do a little twist on a very common recipe that we have here in St. Lucia by using a few more herbs and vegetables that we have just acquired. Something I like to use quite a bit on Clarence is the ginger.
This is ginger.
It's called jajam.
Jajam.
And this is the chichima.
Chichima, the Indian word for it is hardi.
Hardi.
That's actually an Indian thing, came from India.
Yeah, turmeric.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this has a lot of health properties. I see a lot of people make juices out of it. Yeah, it's an antioxidant as well. Some of the herbs that I like to use, because you guys know I love my herbs. This is some fresh baby cilantro, and you can just smell the flavor coming out of it. And let me ask you a question, the cilantro, do you have any trouble growing it here in this climate?
We just tried, it grows very well.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're just experimenting with it.
Now this is some basil here, and we're going to just use a sprig of fresh basil as well. And this is a little bit of fennel, the dill.
Yeah.
And
in Padua they call it lani.
Lani.
Yeah, lani, that's the Padua, they use it in Cocotito.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, lani.
Now we also have a little bit of Chinese cabbage, as well as some fresh tomatoes that we just picked off the vine. And our bell peppers, like we normally use. A little bit of the timoyon, which is the scallions. And we have a variety of the different potatoes. Can you explain to me what potatoes we have here?
We have that there, which is the godite.
Oh, that's right, the godite. Now, what was the other name you told me about?
Podina.
Podina.
Yeah.
So this is some type of cousin to the oregano plant. It's very similar in flavor, and I use this quite a bit in my cooking. You know, I like to use this a lot in different stews. It's good with fish.
It grows anywhere you put it.
Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get started. What we do to prepare the saltfish, we boil it. Once it's been boiled, we're going to shred it, and then we're going to start adding a lot of our ingredients to the pot. And this is going to come out delicious. So let's get started. I'm going to have you help me. I'm going to have you start chopping out a few of these ingredients here for me. A couple of the bell peppers, and I'm going to get started on the herbs. One thing I've already pre-prepared, I've blended a little bit of these herbs with some of these local seasoning peppers. These seasoning peppers, we use them quite a bit here in our Caribbean cuisine here in St. Lucia, and they have a very distinct flavor. And I pre-make a little bit of my herb seasoning that whenever I'm in a rush or I'm traveling, I could break this out and this flavors any pot that you have. And I use just a little bit of avocado oil inside of my seasoning just to preserve it as I'm traveling with it. You hear the crunch as you slice into it. One thing with all the peppers, whenever you deal with peppers, always get the seeds out.
Okay, I didn't know that. In fact, I thought the seed was where all the flavor is.
Yeah, the seed actually, what happens when the seed gets cooked, it actually imparts a bitter taste on the food, and it really affects the flavor.
I didn't know that. In fact, I normally cook with the seeds, because I thought that you get all the flavor comes from the seed. Now, you know the hotel buys the Shadow Benny.
Oh yeah?
It's a big seller now. They sell it in the supermarket, by the market. In fact, I like the Shadow Benny because it's more...
Yeah, it's more pungent, a little stronger flavor to it. All of these vegetables and herbs are so fresh, the smells are just amazing. Yeah, seasoning pepper, the garlic, the ginger, and the turmeric all together. All together. We're gonna let the oil take that for a couple minutes. Let all of that caramelize down. Very nice. Yeah, you can smell all the flavors. The garlic is starting to toast. The seasoning pepper is starting to caramelize. That's the ginger and the turmeric. I love my ginger toasted with my garlic. The two great flavors. That will flavor my oil. So the rest of my ingredients are going to take all these characteristics of this base that I'm making here. This is the local salted codfish here. It's been boiled and it's been flaked. So that now it's very soft. And if you'd like, you can also use different sorts of fish. Any white fish like snapper, grouper, you know, any soft flaky fish works great in this recipe. But this saltfish, it just has a very specific flavor that just is very typical of the Caribbean. And it's very easy when you're in these rural areas or even on the boat by the beach to carry this with you. You don't need a cooler, you don't need refrigeration. So I'm going to just go ahead and pour this in, and you're just going to go ahead and mix it up for me. And now we don't really need to add any salt to this dish because this is salted codfish. This is the tiloyon, the scallions. This is also the basil. This is a little bit of our Chinese cabbage. And we're going to mix all that together. Give it a good mix. I just want to chop a couple small tomatoes in here just to add a little bit more moisture to the dish. This will give it a nice flavor here, give it a little bit more moisture. Lastly here, just a little bit of the seasoning that I've pre-made with the seasoning pepper and a little bit of the oil. This just adds a little flavor, just a little bit of heat to the dish. This is a little bit of my avocado oil. I use quite a variety of different oils, ranging from olive oil to sunflower oil to canola to peanut. This avocado oil is very light for this dish. So we're pretty much ready, and we're going to serve this right on the plate here. You want to go ahead and just hold this plate for me once I serve it? Delicious. You see all those flavors, fresh ingredients. So what we have here is a beautiful melange of saltfish, cooked in our style with all of our local herbs that we found on the farm today. We have the variety of sweet potatoes and Irish potatoes as well.
All grown here.
Yeah, all grown here locally. This is all from the farm. This is as fresh as it gets. And you know, the varieties of potatoes, the varieties of herbs and vegetables, and even the ginger and the turmeric. I can just smell the flavors permeating, and this saltfish dish is perfect for this type of mountain climate. So Uncle Clarence, thank you so much for having us here. This has been a very interesting journey and adventure.
I hope your viewers will appreciate everything is local except the wine and the glass.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Yes.
How is that?
Oh boy, lovely. Wow. Mad. That is something else. I must try it. You must try the method of doing it. I need to know what everything is so I can repeat it.
Absolutely. And you know what really standing out for me is the bell pepper, the freshness of the bell pepper. You notice it's not overcooked, it has a little crunch to it?
My staff would love to have a cook like that. It's unfortunate that you must come back here and cook for all of them.
Absolutely. It's an awesome location, fresh food, and a beautiful adventure. Thanks again. Coming up next is On the Rise.
My name is Valence Daw, representing City Gate Loch Cleary. I'm a commis chef, other words a cook. I'm the one who does all the prep work for the chef de partie, who I assist in plating of the food during the services. Well, I chose this field honestly just because it was fun. I used to like seeing people plating nice dishes. People talking about, wow, the food is very nice, it's very great. Just seeing different chefs on TV, being happy, being satisfied that after 8 hours or probably 12 hours a day, they are satisfied that one person can actually say the dish was fantastic, the dish was good. So that really attracted me to the field. I also wanted to become a chef because my mom is a chef, and then I was watching her preparing bakes and saltfish, cocoa tea on a Sunday morning, and I was like, wow, if she can do it, why can't I? Why can't I further myself and become better? Journey hasn't been easy. I've done competitions, I've won some, I've lost some. You probably might know Edna Butcher. That's one of my dear friends and my closest rivals in competitions. We have enjoyed ourselves. She always taught me that to grow, you're supposed to be able to take advice, you're supposed to open your mind, expand your horizon, and that's basically it for us. We're just young chefs trying to become the best in the world, so we try to assist each other, try to make the journey as easy for each other. My advice to young people is that cooking is not something you do because you want to. Cooking is something you should do because you're passionate about it. But to become the best, you have to learn from the best and have the attitude of the best. You can never become the best by saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Why start tomorrow when you could have started yesterday or the day before?
Stay tuned for some more Adventure Chef. Stir it up. Hi, you're watching Stir It Up, the Adventure Chef.
Cooking and culinary art, it's really a field in and of itself. There's tremendous potential for developing that area as a career. I mean, you have over nearly 500,000 visitors coming to St. Lucia, and they must eat. So at the end of the day, if we take this as a very serious profession, there will always be an opportunity for people to move into that field because the people must eat. And we have a unique and distinctive blend of cuisine, and there are ways in which we can infuse our own local produce into it and achieve the same international standard. So it's a lucrative area of employment, it's a lucrative career option. And the salaries in that area are not very low, so you know it is attractive, it's beneficial, and it's a point of differentiation as well.
You're watching Stir It Up, the Adventure Chef. Up next is our cocktail segment, Mix It Up.
I'm Manny Bousquet, and today I'm going to show you how to make what we call an ocean blast. You get your shaker, because it's a shaken drink, not blended. And you start off with vodka. Any vodka is good. You take a shot. And then blue curacao would be your next ingredient. You want to make sure you have a little bit because it's what you would say concentrated. Yes. Bartending, as you can see, is my skill. What I like about bartending is that you get to meet a lot of people that you would never think of meeting in your life, and then you get to learn a lot of new things. You get to learn new cultures, you get to know what people like to experience and whatnot. And yes, let's get on with this drink. Nice. Shake. You always go by your head, right? This here is what you call an ocean blast, or some would know it as a blue lagoon. This is my favorite drink to serve. It's unexpected.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Stir It Up, the Adventure Chef. See you for another episode.